Los Angeles, 1967. Afternoon, 3 p.m. Near Venice Beach. A small gym, Iron House Gym. This isn't just an ordinary fitness center. This is the temple of bodybuilders. On the walls, photos of Arnold Schwarzenegger from his early years. In the air, the smell of iron, sweat, the sweet, bitter aroma of protein shakes. The gym is crowded. Maybe 30 people, mostly men, mostly massive, lifting weights, watching themselves in mirrors, flexing muscles. This isn't just training, it's a show. Everyone watching everyone. Who lifts more weight? Who's bigger? In this world, size is everything. Big arms equals power. Big chest equals respect. Big legs equals status. In the corner of the gym, outside this scene, something different is happening. A man, small, lean, Asian, doing stretching, doing splits on the floor, legs 180 degrees apart, body completely touching the ground, then standing up, throwing a high kick, foot far above his head, then the other leg, then a spin kick, rotating kick, his movements fluid, like water. This man is Bruce Lee, 27 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall, 135 pounds, the smallest man in this gym. But people are watching his movements. A few have stopped, looking, impressed. One man whispers to his friend, "Who is this guy?" A dancer. His friend, "Don't know, but very flexible. I can't lift my leg like that." Bruce notices but doesn't care. In his own world, mind calm, body loose but controlled, breathing, deep, regular, every movement deliberate, every muscle stretch conscious. This isn't just stretching. This is meditation. This is preparation. On the other side of the gym, another scene, a bench press station. On it, a massive man, Rick Morrison, 35 years old, 6 feet 5 inches tall, 250 pounds, all muscle, shirtless, muscles oiled. His reflection in the mirror looks like a statue. Rick is lifting the bar, 300 pounds, lifting, lowering, 10 reps, arms shaking but not giving up. Last rep, lifts, places on rack, people around him applauding. "Good work, Rick. You're a beast." Rick stands up, puffs his chest, looks in the mirror, pleased with himself, ego inflated. This feeling, admiration, applause, respect, is addictive. Rick looks around. His eye catches Bruce, the small Asian guy in the corner, still doing stretching movements. Rick frowns, elbows his friend next to him. "Look at that kid. What's he doing?" Friend, "Don't know. Some kind of martial arts, I think." Rick laughs, mocking. "Martial arts? This isn't a martial arts studio. This is a weight gym. If you want to be strong, you lift iron. What can that kid lift? 90 pounds? His friend laughs, feeding Rick's ego. Rick speaks loudly, loud enough for Bruce to hear. "Look at that Asian kid. Is he dancing or what?" A few people around laugh. Bruce hears, but doesn't react, just continues his training. Lifts one leg up, holds it with his hands, holds for 30 seconds. Flexibility work. But Rick doesn't stop. Now louder. Maybe he's teaching ballet, he's in the wrong place. More laughter. Now half the gym is paying attention. The tension between Bruce and Rick is palpable. Bruce slowly stands up, turns, looks at Rick, about 30 feet between them. Two men make eye contact. The physical contrast is incredible. Rick is massive, wide shoulders, bulging arms, legs like tree trunks. Bruce is lean, narrow shoulders, thin arms, compact body. Bruce speaks calmly, but voice carries across the gym. "I'm not dancing, I'm training." Rick approaches, slowly, flexing muscles, making a show, stands in front of Bruce, looking down. Height difference is 10 inches. Rick, "Training? What kind of training? I lift iron. What are you doing?" Bruce, "Flexibility work. In martial arts, flexibility is as important as strength." Rick laughs, slaps his chest. "Flexibility? Look at me. 250 pounds, pure muscle. How much do you weigh? 135? 120? Bruce, 135 pounds. Rick, "See? I'm almost twice your size. What good is flexibility?" In a real fight, the big man wins. A crowd has gathered around them, everyone watching. This isn't just two men anymore. This is a show. Bruce calm, but something inside him rising. A familiar feeling. Not anger, disappointment. This man doesn't know, can't understand. Bruce takes a deep breath, then speaks calmly. "Rick, size isn't everything. Technique matters. Timing matters. Knowing pressure points matters." Rick laughs, now turning to the crowd. "You hear that? Pressure points. This kid watched movies. Now he thinks he's a ninja." The crowd laughs, but some are uncomfortable. This is too much now. Rick turns to Bruce, now serious, now challenging. "Okay, Kung Fu kid, prove it. Show me something. Come on, hit me." Puffs his chest, opens his arms wide. "I'll just stand here. You hit me. Let's see your pressure points. The gym goes quiet. This is a test now. Bruce can't back down. Ego won't allow it. But he also knows this is foolish. Rick isn't drunk, isn't malicious, just ignorant, just full of ego. Options flash through Bruce's mind. Option 1, decline. Say, no need, walk away. But then you look scared, and this man learns nothing. Option 2, accept, show him, teach him, but be careful. Don't injure, just demonstrate. Bruce decides, nods. Okay, but don't complain afterward. Rick laughs. Complain? You won't even affect me. Bruce approaches. Now the two men are very close. Just 3 feet apart. Bruce takes position. Feet shoulder width apart. Right foot slightly forward. Knees slightly bent. Center of gravity low. Balanced. Hands. Left hand open, extended forward about 2 inches from Rick's chest. Right hand in fist, but at his hip by his side. The crowd is silent. Everyone waiting. Rick is smiling. Skeptical. That's it? That's your stance? Looks weak. Bruce doesn't answer. Just breathing. Deep. Focusing. In his mind, a voice. His teacher's voice. Ip Man. Bruce. Power doesn't come from muscle. It comes from the ground. Starts at your feet. Goes to your legs. Rotates at your hip. Flows to your shoulder. Travels to your arm. Reaches your fist. The whole body. One chain. Every link connected. If one breaks, power is lost. Bruce closes his eyes. 1 second. Visualizing. The entire chain. Foot to fist. Energy flow. Then opens his eyes. Looking at Rick's chest. Right below the sternum. Where the ribs meet. Solar plexus. Right above the diaphragm. This point. Center of nerve networks. When struck, diaphragm contracts. Breath stops. Body goes into temporary shock. Bruce knows. Spent years understanding this point. Hours studying anatomy. Worked with cadavers. Talked with doctors. Tested on himself. Now is the time. 0 to 2 seconds beginning. Bruce takes a deep breath. Locks eyes on Rick's chest. Mind emptying. No thought. Just action. Right fist still at his hip. Just 1 inch from Rick's chest. This is 1-inch punch. One of Bruce's most famous techniques. Muscles starting to tense, but slowly. With control. Movement must not be telegraphed. 2 to 4 seconds. Movement. Feet push power from ground. Legs press into earth. Hip rotates, creating momentum. Torso spiral movement. Entire weight rotating. Shoulder launches forward. Arm extends like a piston. Fist finds target. Impact. Bruce's fist lands on Rick's solar plexus. Only moved 1 inch, but behind it is the power of his entire body. From outside observers, the movement was almost invisible. Too fast. Looked like the arm barely moved. But Rick feels it. 4 to 6 seconds. Rick's eyes suddenly widen. Pupils dilate. Mouth opens. Automatic reflex trying to breathe. But breath won't come. Diaphragm, the large muscle below the chest cavity, temporarily paralyzed. Nerve networks sending shockwaves. Brain receiving confused signals. Breathe! But how? Rick's hands go to his chest. Reflex trying to protect the danger zone. But too late. Damage done. 250 pounds of muscle, doing nothing. Big arms, big legs, bulging chest, all useless, because no breath. Rick's face turns red, crimson, then darker red. No oxygen coming. 6 to 8 seconds, knees buckling, uncontrollable. Leg muscles are strong, but brain can't send stay up signals, because brain is panicking. Breathe, need breathe. Rick leans forward. Knees hit the floor, hands still on his chest, mouth open like a fish, trying to breathe but can't. Panic is clear in his eyes. For the first time, maybe in his life, he feels completely helpless. The crowd is in shock, silence. Nobody expected this. The giant man, on the floor, breathless, helpless. 8 to 10 seconds. Bruce immediately takes action. No anger, no victory smile, just help. Goes behind Rick, places right hand on Rick's back, between shoulder blades, beside spine. Specific point, light pressure, but deliberate, knowledgeable. Fingers finding specific muscles, lightly stimulating them. Release. Diaphragm freed. Nerve signals returning to normal. Rick suddenly takes a deep breath. Loud, painful, air filling lungs, oxygen coming. Second breath, easier. Third breath, even easier. Rick still on the floor, sitting on his knees, but breathing now. Still in shock, but alive. Bruce comes in front, crouching to Rick's eye level. Are you okay? Rick lifts his head, eyes showing confusion, fear, amazement. What did you do? Bruce, pressure point, solar plexus, right above diaphragm. When struck, diaphragm contracts, breath stops. Temporary, harmless, but effective. Rick still breathing hard. I didn't feel anything. Didn't feel the punch, but then couldn't breathe. Bruce. Because power isn't muscle. Power is technique. I used my entire body, from my feet to my fist. Momentum, timing, target accuracy. 135 pounds, but used correctly, can stop 250 pounds. The crowd still silent, but now a different silence, not shock, respect. The gym owner, an old man, watching from corner, nodding his head. Been running this gym for 30 years, seen thousands of bodybuilders, but never saw anything like this. Rick slowly stands up, legs still shaking. Bruce helps, holds his arm, lifts him. Two men now face to face, but different this time. No mockery in Rick's eyes, no condescension, just amazement and maybe respect. Rick, I'm sorry, I underestimated you. That was stupid. Bruce, it's fine, everyone learns. Some learn from books, some learn from experience. Rick smiles slightly, painful but genuine. You're a good teacher, hard but good. Bruce, the best lessons are always hard. The crowd slowly disperses, conversation starting, whispering, discussing, admiring voices. One man to his friend. Did you see? Just one move. One move. Friend. Rick was done on the floor. That guy is 250 pounds. Another. Size doesn't matter after all. Technique matters. Bruce returns to his corner, continues his training as if nothing happened, but something inside has changed. He proved it, not to himself, to others. Sometimes people don't believe until they see. Rick sits on a massage bench, hands still on his chest, pain there, sharp, stinging, but no serious damage. Bruce struck very precisely, just enough, not too much. Rick to his friends. I'm leaving, going home. Friends. But training. Rick, I got enough lessons today, more important lessons than lifting iron. That night, Rick's house. Rick looks in the mirror. A slight bruise on his chest, small, fist-sized, hurts, tolerable. Touches it, applies light pressure, still tender. But Rick isn't thinking about the pain, thinking about something else. 135 pounds, 5 feet 7 inches tall. Put me on the floor in 2 seconds. None of my muscles worked. Ego, inflated like a pink balloon, popped. Now seeing reality, what he believed for years, big equals strong. A lie, or at least half-truth. Big plus knowledgeable equals strong. Just big equals just a target. Rick reaches for phone, dials a number. Gym owner answers. Rick, hello, that Bruce Lee, the Asian guy who came today. Do you have his contact information? Gym owner, I do. Why? Rick, want to ask if I can take lessons from him. Gym owner smiles. Rick can't see on phone, but in his voice. I knew it. Knew you'd call within hours. Let me give you the number. 6 months later, same gym. Afternoon. Gym crowded again. But now a different scene in the corner. Bruce and Rick, training together. Rick still big, 250 pounds, but different now, more flexible. Throwing kicks, not high but correct. Throwing punches, not fast but precise. Bruce watching, correcting. No. Power not from shoulder, from hip. Feel it. Rick tries. Better this time. Bruce nods. Better. See? Muscle matters, but muscle plus technique equals real power. Rick smiles. 6 months ago, I didn't want to hear that word. Bruce. I know. Sometimes to learn, you must first lose. Rick. That day I didn't just lose physically. Lost an ego too. But now I understand. That was a good thing. Bruce. Absolutely. Ego is the biggest enemy. Ego prevents learning. Ego stops growth. The two men continue their training. Crowd watching. But different this time. No mockery, just interest. A young man to his friend. Rick challenged Bruce 6 months ago, right? Friend. Yes. Bruce put him on the floor in 10 seconds. Young man. But now they're friends. How? Friend. Because Rick dropped his ego, became open to learning. And Bruce isn't just a fighter. He's a teacher. Gym owner watching from corner. Satisfaction in old eyes. Been running this gym for 30 years. The best moment, when someone drops ego and truly starts learning. Epilogue. Narrator voice. Bruce Lee beat many people. In movies, private matches, demonstrations. But his most important victories weren't fights. His most important victories were the people he transformed. Rick lost that day, but didn't lose, because defeat taught him something. Size is not power. Muscle is not everything. Ego is the greatest weakness, and learning is more valuable than winning. 10 seconds changed Rick's life. 10 seconds proved Bruce wasn't just a fighter, but a teacher. 10 seconds gave a lesson to thousands. Real power is knowledge, not ego.